has entered the shallow walls of the Hall of Shame? Who has been crowned the captain of coonery? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Wankster of the Week. This week's Wankster of the Week goes to none other than the five-head wonder herself, Rihanna. Now, Rihanna is getting the Wankster because she did an interview with Vanity Fair this past week, and they touched on the topic of Rachel Dolezal. Now, for those of you guys who forget about this woman, she was the white woman who infamously disguised herself as a black woman to basically pass herself on within the black community in a variety of ways, all right? Now, in the interview with Vanity Fair, they touched on that topic, and this is what Rihanna said, and I quote, "I think she was a bit of a hero because she kind of flipped it on society a little bit. Is it such a horrible thing that she pretended to be black? Black is a great thing, and she did legit change people's perspective a bit and woke people up." Okay, this is what I gotta say right here. So, basically, you're condoning her interpretation of blackface, essentially, because that's basically what it is. Now, for those of you guys who don't know what blackface is a way for white actors to paint themselves as black and to accentuate black features such as the lips, the nose, and what have you. And they basically do comedic yet stereotypical things that a black person would stereotypically do, like shuck and jive, eat chicken and watermelon, stuff like that. Now, I'm not saying Rachel did that to that extent, but nonetheless, the fact remains is the fact that she basically played up to the identity of being black so she could be accepted, all right? Now, at the end of the day, that kind of explains or exemplifies her white privilege because she doesn't have to live with the fact that she may get pulled over on a daily basis. She doesn't have to live with the fact that she may get held up by the police officer by gunpoint for whatever stupid reason. She doesn't have to live into the fact that she doesn't have to be stereotyped everywhere she goes. She can just rub that makeup off and decide, hey, I'm not going to get a parking ticket today because I'm white. So for Rihanna to say that she changed people's perspectives on it, I sincerely doubt that. And I kind of feel it's a bit alarming of the fact that Rihanna doesn't recognize that what this person did was exemplify their privilege in the sense that they don't have to worry about those things on a daily basis. What Rachel Dolezal did was pretty stupid if you ask me. Now, everyone keeps on saying, oh, her charity work, her work with the NAACP. Pardon me, that's all well and good, and I commend her for that, but at the end of the day, had she done that as her white lily self, that would have spoken larger volumes, because of course you're going to give empathy to your own people. That's expected. But when someone outside of your race shows empathy towards you, especially if it's a white person towards a black person or a black community function of any kind, that speaks volumes. And that's something that Rihanna doesn't understand. So for Rihanna to say, oh, she changed people's perspectives, no, she did not. Maybe a white person's perspective, and even then, to what extent? So Rihanna, what you need to focus on is not politics, not current affairs, nothing that has to do with the real world. Exactly.
Like, why are you giving her so much responsibility?
Nothing.
For Rihanna?
And this is why celebrities like her should not be responsible for being a role model. Because if someone were to look up to her and look at that quote, they would be doomed for the rest of their life. So, Rihanna, you're getting this Wankster. Do you deserve it? Hell yes. And I'm going to play that drop one more time just for your whack ass.